Even before we get the countdown, I just want to say how terrible tonight was. Sorry, let's go.
If you ignite me's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. And he gets claws real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling this war. Never getting bored, loves the blood and gore. Always wanting more, feeding from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force departed. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness. Torn apart quick, you left scars ripped. You'll be chewed up and discarded. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate.
And welcome to the Golden Octagon MMA podcast with your hosts, Matt and D Rose.
And what's going on, y'all? We truly appreciate each and every single one of y'all for joining us right here live tonight here on the Golden Octagon. It is approximately 1:51 a.m. UFC 297 just now ended. And we have to give you guys our immediate fight reaction. My name is Matt. D Rose is on that side of your screen. I don't even know what my name is tonight. I got a drink. I'm not doing well tonight. D Rose, how you doing tonight, brother?
It's Matt the Matt, baby. We back. But things are great over here. Of course, you know, the card didn't necessarily go as great as we wanted it to go, but you know, as I said to you, hit a little chase parlay there at the last second and doubled down on Dricus and Raquel Pennington in a parlay to win me some money and kind of, you know, get me over the line there. So I only came up plus 20, but hey, I'm not going to bitch because other than that, dudes, I saw some of the comments in here about betting tonight. Betting was not my night tonight, dude. Whether it was NFL or UFC. I mean, it was shit until those last two little chases that I hit. It was crazy.
Yeah, dude. Not a good night betting my ways, dude. Just a few things. I was just like, man, I was so confident on it, and it just didn't happen, dude. But before we get into it, let's shout out the chat, because where would we be at if we didn't have the chat? We got the loyal Lush Low made in here. This card was cursed indeed, Lush. I agree, brother. I don't think Strickland lost, and I can't stand him. It is what it is, brother.
The comments is fired up about this. He is very much fired up about this.
Yeah, Sydney Katona and Strickland robbed 100%. I hate the trend so much, but I'm down for a rematch here. Dricus still thinks he won the fifth, and the takedowns never controlled more than a few seconds. Rematch for sure. UFC got what they want. Izzy and DDP in Africa clearly rigged SMH. Dricus absolute garbage boxing. It's kind of on Strickland for being a bit too cautious and not countering with power of his own. Sounds like legitimate conspiracy to me. UFC isn't in love with having a neo-Nazi champ either. Worst night of betting I've ever had. I feel you, Jay Wolf. I feel you, brother. Also, co-main event should have been on the early prelims. Yeah, me and D Rose, like we're saying, like that fight should have headlined like the prelims. Like, hey, you guys, you get a title fight for the for the main event of the prelims. But you know, it is what it is. I'm glad that shit's over though. Can't have too excited of a car in Canada, you know. Indeed, that's how it goes. A live after 297. Hell yeah, appreciate you stopping by, Jay. Rough day betting between the shit and NFL. Yeah, dude, that's exactly what D Rose just now saying. So happy for Dricus, but damn, I don't know if Strickland won. Yeah, might have been white supremacy coming out, but announcers were pretty pro Dricus. The guy was airballing strikes most of the 4 rounds. I went 1-4 tonight. Mike Malott screwed me. Yeah, I feel you there, dude. He was
screwed a lot of people.
10 seconds away from winning that damn fight, dude. 10 seconds away. How about Neil Magny? Indeed. What up? How you doing, brother? Mo Fresh. What an amazing card tonight. Congratulations, DDP and Rocky. I'm glad you're happy, brother. Did anyone else see DDP slip his tongue on his coach? I'm going to be honest. If you watched the fight, it wasn't even a question who won the fight. DDP controlled the fight. 4-1 Strickland Bear scoring card, then 3-2-1. Yeah, I'm not going to say that. DDP won 2-4. I don't care what fight you're watching. All right. Fair enough, D-Rose. So everyone's got their opinions. Everyone's given their scorecards. I know my scorecard and your card are exactly the same. And the way I said it to you was right after the fight was over. I was like, bro, this is a close fight. But the way I personally had it was Sean Strickland winning round 1 and 5. Dricus du Plessis 1, 2, 3, and 4. In my personal opinion, and I think that's what you went as well. I think Sean Strickland started off well and ended well. I wish he would have threw more teeps throughout the fight if he wanted to win, but I didn't pick Sean Strickland to win. I did pick Dricus du Plessis to win the fight. I'm glad he got it done, and I would not mind seeing Dricus versus Izzy in Africa. That'll be a sick fight. What's your thoughts on the fight, man?
Yeah, I thought it was, as you said, I thought it was very close, and we were messaging back and forth. And you know, I messaged you before the 5th round. You know, I mentioned, I said, man, Dricus is just a machine. And I know you had mentioned that it was close, and I told you I thought it was personally 3-1 Dricus going into that 5th round. I thought Sean had won the first round, and I thought 2, 3, 4. I thought Dricus had won those, and I did think Sean had won the 5th round. As you said, he finished the fight off strong, but yeah, that's a very good point that you made about the teep kicks that Sean was throwing, because I think he just got a little bit too reliant on just his jab. And yeah, he was landing it, but I think Dricus was really the one who was really pushing the pressure forward, keeping Sean Strickland on his back foot for a portion of the fight, and was really starting to land home a lot of those big shots, and then was able to mix in the wrestling too, which I do think initially caught Strickland off guard. As you saw in the 5th round there, Strickland was able to make the adjustment and stuff all those takedowns. But I did think Dricus won the fight 3 rounds to 2. Don't think it's a robbery by any means, but if the fight had went 3-2 Strickland, I mean, I couldn't have been mad at that result either. But I did think the right person won the fight.
Yeah, fair enough, dude. And I guess people still upset. They wanted, I guess, Sean Strickland to actually get beat, but you know, I mean, he didn't get knocked out, but you know.
But let's be fair. Don't a lot of his fights, for the most part, like if you look at the Imavov fight was very close, even though I thought Strickland, you know, kind of won that handily. The Jared Cannonier fight,
yeah,
dude, that fight, dude, a lot of his fights end up playing out that way. So I mean, that's just a Sean Strickland fight.
Yeah, dude, and yeah, it's just like he doesn't like really like. I guess like finish anyone unless you're just not the best fighter. You know, you're Abus Magomedov, you're early Brendan Allen. You know, you're like your fighters like that. Magny was hiding from Golden Horseshoe up his ass, Brock Lesnar. Yeah, indeed. But I guess anything else on the main event, dude? I mean, like we really didn't talk about it too much. But I mean, what really is there to say? Like, me and you both agree. We don't really think it was like a robbery. We thought it was a close fight. I mean,
what do you think is next for Dricus? I mean, I know he was calling for Izzy, but I don't.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense for me because I don't think Sean Strickland deserves a rematch. You know, he just won it. He didn't like defend it at all yet or anything like that. Like, you know, it would be different if he had won it. I defended it 3 or 4 times and, you know, then lost it. But, you know, he just won it. So it's like, I don't know, dude. One thing that does kind of intrigue me just a little bit is Alex maybe moving back down, you know, to reclaim his fringe championship because I almost feel like that's something that Alex would do, dude.
Yeah, no, he's 1000% petty enough to do that. And dude, I just could not imagine the pure chaos that would come from a Dricus and Alex Pereira fight. And I mean, we say that or I know some people will probably say that, hey, Alex Pereira is going to absolutely sleep him, but I mean, dude, look at the way Drake has just been able to fight. You know, everybody said he wasn't able to fight 5 rounds. He was able to fight 5 rounds this time. And maybe nose breathing Dricus is a thing now that, you know, once he got that nasal surgery, you know, he's going to be an absolute beast. But I think in this case, of course, hey, look, I got the poster back here. I mean, I'm 1000% an Izzy fan, but I mean, he already kind of had his immediate rematch and then lost the belt as soon as he got it back. I wouldn't be mad if they ended up having another fight, but I understand that, hey, he was really the guy anyway. So if you're able to beat him for Dricus, 1, it's probably the most marketable fight at this point. And 2, as far as his legacy goes, it's probably going to be the most, you know, gratifying win if Dricus is able to get that win over Izzy. But I actually would not be opposed to a rematch. I don't think it happens. I wouldn't be necessarily opposed to it, but I wouldn't mind seeing maybe Hamza get one more fight. And if he could get a quick turnaround, maybe seeing him potentially fight for the title. But I don't think you could make him fight for the title off of that Usman win either. So I guess overall, it probably will end up being Izzy.
Yeah, dude. I wouldn't mind it. Izzy, DDP, UFC 300. That would be absolutely nuts. But I kind of feel like they would probably want to do that in Africa just because I feel like it'd be a fantastic, you know, like just a big event, like for UFC, like in Africa, y'all. I am a little tipsy, y'all. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah. So with that being said, Matt, you can profit off your Pennington autos now. Gross. Yeah.
Bang, bang. There you go.
Yeah, with that being said, dude, co-main event, dude, this shit sucked, dude. This shit could have put me asleep, and I wouldn't have mind, dude. I had Mayra Bueno Silva winning via sub, dude. She tried a few times, dude, but Jesus Christ, it was like past the second round, dude. She just had absolutely no chance. She was just getting boxed up, and you know, Ann knew Raquel Pennington finally gets a championship. I suspect her to lose it in her next fight, no matter who she fights next, because anyone that defeats 3 girls in a row is probably going to defeat Juliana Pena, whether that's Irina Aldana, Norma Dumont moving down, whether that's Juliana Pena in her next fight, dude. I don't see her like Rocky having the belt past her next fight. How about you, dude? And how did you think this fight went?
Yeah, I thought the fight, and again, I told you I got the bet slip for it. I doubled down on Rocky for a reason. I did think that, you know, even though you could look at Mayra Bueno Silva and say she's got the more skills, she's got, you know, as far as the submission skills, she's got the finishing ability, you know, all of her wins, she's finishing all these chicks, submitting all of them, but Rocky's just got that dog in her, man. I mean, just she's almost like a more polished version of Lauren Murphy, if that makes sense. Like, I mean, she's just like an absolute, you got to kill her in order to get her out of there. I mean, she's just an absolute dog. And there was a moment there in that 4th round where I'm not going to lie, like I said, I had a little money on her. And when Mayra Bueno Silva was able to take the back and she almost sank that choke in, and you know, Rocky started turning, and she started to turn too early, and it looked like Mayra Bueno Silva had that choke locked in. Not gonna lie, I was very shaky there and was about to throw my dinner tray that I had sitting in front of me, but she was able to get out of the choke, assume top position, and was really able to ride it out there. But we just hadn't seen Mayra Bueno Silva fight in that 5-round experience before. Not saying that Rocky has done it a whole bunch of times, but just I thought Rocky said it well going into the fight that Mayra Bueno Silva just really hadn't fought a super high level of competition to this point. And she was just very unproven. And I thought that Rocky proved that. But is a choke. Very much so. Just salt and pepper. Salt and pepper, too. Salt and pepper. That's all it is. But no, if it's Juliana Pena, I'm definitely picking. If Rocky's an underdog going into that fight, I'm picking her. It's really going to be matchup dependent. Because, look, she also finished Macy Chiasson, who was a few moments away from beating Irene Aldana as well. So, I mean, Rocky just got the dog in her, man. I mean, her fights might not be the most exciting, but you can kind of blame Mayra Bueno Silva in that sense too, because she literally kept pulling her and holding her in the clinch against the fence because she didn't want Rocky to break free because she was getting boxed up.
Yeah. Does Izzy have to be trying to get a title shot? Absolutely not. I don't think so at all. GSP lost his title fight to Hendricks. Yeah. I think I'm just amazed at how many. Hey man, and they're all Brazilian too, which is the crazy part. But I think that kind of might be part of the culture down there. It just might be widely accepted for a while now, and let them do whatever they want. It is what it is. Strickland outstruck DDP.
Well, the Americans got plenty of them too, though.
Americans got plenty of them. Probably don't look as nice either. That's the crazy part.
No, you ain't lying there. What? But to be fair, I mean, I don't know if we're putting Rocky Pennington or Mayra Bueno Silva in any beauty pageants. Not to say that I'm anything like that.
More of like Pollyanna Viana,
Right. Yeah, that type. Yeah, that's what I'm talking
about. Yeah. Anyway, D-Rose, we got to get this out of the way, dude, before I forget. Let's go through this main card real quick, and then we'll that was that co-main event was the fight that sealed the pick champ for D-Rose. We'll get to the other two picks in just a second. But feature fight of the night, Mike Malott, Neil Magny, dude. Mike Malott ruined my bets, dude. It's just like I just needed him to win straight up, dude. And he was 10 seconds away from winning, and then he just, I guess, did a Gabriel Bonfim on us, dude, or Ismail Bonfim, whichever one of the Bonfim brothers it was. I'm drunk. I don't know. Got exposed by Neil Magny, dude. Thoughts on that, dude?
I thought that he was using a little bit too much wrestling there in the third round. I thought that, when it came to striking.
Real quick. I'm surprised that he didn't shoot in the first round, dude. The path to victory is there. Get Neil Magny down in the second round, sub him. He didn't even shoot at all in the first round and just did the Ian Gary calf kicks, dude. It's like, come on, dude. You're a sub guy. Get him down. Your path to victory is there, and he didn't even try the entire first round. Sorry, go ahead, dude.
And I thought for me, I thought him going for the takedown and the wrestling there in the second round and going for a lot of the top control, I thought a lot of the scrambles that Neil Magny was doing ended up wearing down Mike Malott, where I thought at the end of that first round, when Mike Malott is steadily landing those leg kicks, I mean, Neil Magny is doing that same hobble on one leg that he was doing against Ian Gary. So whether he's, a submission guy or not, those were effective. They were working. And he ended up going away from what was working. And, Neil Magny, I mean, he's another one that you have to kill him to get him out of there. And, he's very gritty, very tough. It's not easy to submit him. I mean, you have to be, against Shavkat Rakhmonov. You had to be those types of guys to be able to actually really be able to get him out of there. Because if you're not, he's going to give you a tough fight. And Mike Malott there ended up just completely gassing in the third round, going for the takedowns, ended up getting swept and taken down himself. And man, just absolutely ended up killing. I can't tell you how many parlays, because I saw a lot of people were hot after that result, man. But I was sitting there watching it, and I was like, dude, is he really about to not get up and just get pounded out with 30 seconds left? And very much so, Neil Magny showed that old dog in him to get the dub.
Dude, absolutely nuts, dude. And Drake, loses another $700,000 bet, dude. Like, whenever I see him fucking make a giant bet, I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Well, he's losing that shit.
Going the other way.
Absolutely.
If you just hedge the Drake bet, you'll be all right.
Yeah, right. If I had like a tenth of his money, dude, I would be all right, dude. I wouldn't even be having to bet.
Exactly. But I mean, listen to the amount again, $700,000. I mean, I couldn't imagine.
Dude, that's 3.5 of my houses.
Dude, crazy. And we're sitting here sweating over like $10 bets. You know what I mean? Like the two bets that I hit earlier, like I won, 71 off one and 55 off the other. But those are two $10 bets, and I'm sitting here like, oh my gosh, what should I do, dude? Like I'm like freaking out, thinking I should cash out and stuff. $700,000. Like my heart is thumping thinking about that amount of money.
Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. All right. So Chris Curtis, Neil Magny, dude. You guys are either fans of Sean or trying to be bold at this point because something literally okay. He's talking to people in the chat.
Comments. Yeah, because the chat going wild for Sean Strickland right now.
Yeah, dude, y'all are really going for Sean Strickland. Yeah, dude, Chris Curtis, Marc-Andre Barriault. This ruined one of my chases, dude. I put Chris Curtis knockout round 2 or 3 in a parlay. It was like plus 600, dude. I figured I would give it a go, just hoping for the best, and it didn't happen. Chris Curtis still got the dub though. Good fight overall. Closer than what I would have liked it to be though. Yeah, like we got 30-27. One way by 2 judges, and then 29-28 the other way by another judge. I was like, what the hell, dude? Kind of odd.
Yeah, scoring didn't make sense at all in that situation, but it was a good scrap. I didn't think, and I messaged you after the fight, I didn't think it was boo worthy. I thought that it was a good scrap. They definitely took a second to kind of get going there. But I did think there in the third round, I think they both were kind of sensing the tension from the crowd. And because Marc-Andre Barriault is a guy who normally is on his front foot as well. But, of course, both guys aren't going to be able to just stand in the middle the whole time. But Marc-Andre Barriault, he's one that uses his cardio and his pressure. He was getting backed up a lot by Chris Curtis. Chris Curtis was landing some good power shots on him. But, dude, there in the third round, I did think it was 1-1 going into the third. Me, personally, I thought it was 1-1. I thought Powerbar snuck out and won the first round. And Chris Curtis started to take momentum in the second round. But there in the third round, Powerbar started landing them elbows in the clinch, and they have both kind of stood in the middle, and not quite Max Holloway, but Chris Curtis had the gentleman's point down, like, hey, let's sit here and scrap. And I think they ended up putting on a good show for the fans overall. And I do think Chris Curtis was the rightful winner. But for the judges to be everywhere like that, yeah, that was absolutely nuts for him to get 2 30-27s and then a 29-28 the other way for Powerbar. This scoring just made no sense.
Yeah, I understand. Scorecard's kind of wild in Canada tonight, but it is what it is. They don't really go there too often. And, but judges were, same names you always hear. So what can you really say at that point? Anyway, I'm glad Chris Curtis got the dub. One of my correct picks of the night, thankfully, dude, because I didn't have a lot of them. Another one here was one that was in our pick champ, Mobsar Vloya versus Arnold Allen, dude. Mobsar, kind of tested the beginning of every round, striking with Arnold Allen and didn't do terrible. And then the second half of every round just went to the wrestling and out wrestled Arnold Allen, dude. Ended up stumbling Arnold Allen in the second or third. I don't remember because once again, I am a little drunk, but kind of like wobbled him just a little bit, dude. Dude, Mobsar 18-0 now, looking like a problem at 145, yeah.
Yeah, I do think he's starting to evolve a little bit more, but man, he is. I know your favorite saying is the guy can't finish a midnight snack. I mean, I don't think he could finish a sentence at this point. I mean, the dude, cannot absolutely. I mean, I'm not saying he should have finished Arnold Allen in that sequence, but I mean, he just has no killer instinct whatsoever in terms of putting a guy out when he kind of see an opportunity. I mean, I'll give him credit for this. I did think that one of the advantages that Arnold Allen was going to be able to have was the athleticism and to be able to use his striking to be able to kind of be able to stay on the feet, use his footwork, and maybe keep Mobsar on the outside. But Mobsar was able to use that chain wrestling and was able to, even though Arnold Allen would kind of do those Granby rolls and get out of it initially, by hell or high water, dude, Mobsar was going to get that takedown. So he made Arnold Allen work more for it, for that takedown defense. And Mobsar just ended up using his skilled wrestling, in the back end of those rounds, was able to solidify those rounds, and I thought it was a clean 30-27 for Mobzar. So it was a good win, but he's another one that I'm never normally too excited to watch his fights because again, the dude, screw not finishing Midnight Snack, he cannot finish a sentence. It's awful.
Do you think Acosta beats Whitaker? Bro, that fight ain't even gonna happen.
No. I think there could be a chance Paulo Acosta doesn't fight in the UFC again. There's very much that chance. Like people think that's crazy, but I can see that happening.
All right, dude. So let's run down these and get to the rest of the fights real quick. Rackathuna, Garrett Armfield, dude. This one ruined a bunch of my parlays too. Garrett Armfield ends up getting the split decision at the end, dude. I guess who'd you think won that fight?
This was one of the fights I told you where I was running around. I was kind of in and out of the fight a little bit because I had to go pick up my dad basically. For me watching, I thought Brackatona won, but again, I was kind of in and out of the fight, and I had a little, money influence on Gratona as well. But I did think Brackatona won.
Fair enough, dude. Charles Air Jourdain versus Sean Woodson, dude. This was something funny happened, dude. It's like
so weird.
Like the ref raised the wrong person's hand. Charles Jourdain started cheering because he thought he won the fight because the ref raised his hand, and then he was like, "No, you lost." It was like the miss was a thing, like the miss what was the thing? Like the Miss Universe shit from way
Steve
back
Harvey.
in the day. Yeah, that's what it was like. Dude. Like he was like, "What? I won the what? I didn't know that. Oh shit!" Yeah, dude. Absolutely.
Wait a minute, I made a mistake.
Yeah, dude. Sean the Sniper Woodson, absolutely massive for 145, dude. Unless you're wrestling him, dude, I don't think you're gonna beat him, dude. You can't really beat him, strike him. I don't know what happened with that, Luis Saldana fight, because ever since then, dude, like Charles Jourdain's good, dude, and it almost kind of seemed like his strikes had no effect on the Sniper. Did you see this fight at all, man?
No, I was able to watch this one, and I had I had a little money on this one too. I was able to watch this fight in whole, and I thought that it was a very close fight. I thought Sean Woodson's defense, almost similar to Sean Strickland, was kind of the big thing because he just used his range very well. And going into this fight, which is why I was surprised that you did not pick Sean Woodson, was where I thought Charles Jourdain was going to struggle getting inside, and I didn't think he was going to be able to take Sean Woodson down. So I thought if it got into a kickboxing match, he got very close going for that right hook to the spinning back kick. I mean, he tried it. Charles Jourdain tried it a couple of different times. It was very close, but Sean Woodson just great at distance management, was able to just slide out of the way. And I did think that he won, but again, that was a very close fight as well because I thought the first round was clean for Sean Woodson. I thought the last two rounds were pretty close. I thought Charles Jourdain won the second round, and I thought Sean Woodson ended up doing enough in the third round there to close it out and win it. So, I thought the rightful winner won. And, I'm with you. I think Sean Woodson, great takedown defense, clean boxer. Yeah, I think he's going to be tough to beat, man, if he's able to kind of keep everything together.
Oh, yeah. All right, dude. Sirius City versus Ramon Tavares, one of the ones that you guys talked me off of because I was on Sirius City, dude. I thought he won that fight. It went to a split decision, but at the same time, his face was all busted up after the first round. So I think the judges were kind of just looking at, that for round 2 and 3. So I guess I understand it, but Ramon Tavares ends up getting the decision win. Any thoughts on that fight, D-Rose?
I would say if that fight had been the co-main event, that fight, everybody would have been a lot more hyped because that fight, I would probably say fight of the night. Yeah, I would have to say that fight was definitely fight of the night. Them boys were scrapping. And as I told you, myself and Clint both were trying to tell you, man, I don't know if I put any money on that fight, dude. You got 2 contender series guys going against one another to make their UFC debut. I'm staying as far away from that as I wouldn't get near that with a 30-foot pole in terms of betting, dude. I mean, and but it was an absolute scrap. Sergey City came out there early using his range and was landing the clean boxing and landing those smashing Ramon with those leg kicks. But as the fight just really started to wane, Ramon really just started using his power and his boxing. Boxing was very clean and was able to kind of land, as you said. I think he landed the bigger shots. You could see the volume was coming from Sergey City there in the second round, but I thought really the power, and he knocked him down in the second round as well. Ramon knocked Sergey City down in the second round. So in terms of that swing, I would say that was probably what ended up swinging that round in favor of Ramon was because the knockdown. But again, a very good fight of the night, and was definitely outside of a few of the finishes early on, probably the brightest spot on the card.
I have to agree, man. Julian Robertson, Polyana Viana, dude. Julian Robertson ruined one of my parlays, dude, because after the show with Clint, dude, I guess he kind of convinced me onto the Julian Robertson sub prop. So I parlayed her up with sub, Julian Robertson sub, Mike Malott sub, Myron Bueno Silva sub, and I think one other one too, dude. And needless to say, we didn't even get that far because Julian Robertson TKOs Polyana Viana in the second round, dude. I feel like she was trying to go for a sub a few times, but Polyana just wouldn't let her have it, dude. Thoughts on that fight if you watched it, man?
Yeah, I watched that one and I thought that was a complete performance from Julian Robertson, just as far as being able to utilize her ground game. Polyana Viana was doing everything she could as far as defending that head arm triangle, and I know Julian, when she was able to kind of force Polyana Viana to roll to her side, she was really able to kind of use her top pressure there and keep her pinned there to really utilize that ground and pound and get her out of there. So Julian Robertson there for that division. I mean, I think she's going to be tough for a lot of chicks because her wrestling's great. She's always going for the submission, and I think I saw the stat after the fight was she has 9 finishes in her career in the UFC. So, I mean, for women's fighters, I mean, you don't normally see that. I mean, I think 10 was for Amanda Nunes. So, Julian Robertson, and again, I know I'm always surprised by her age, but it's crazy to see that she's still so young and still almost kind of growing into her game. And I think that was a really good win for her to kind of get back on track.
Fair enough, dude. Fair enough. The first 3 fights on the early prelims were Johan Lannis, Sam Patterson, Jasmine Jasdavicius versus Priscilla Cachoeira, and Malcolm Gordon versus Jimmy Flick. Jimmy Flick finishes Malcolm Gordon in the second round via, I think, arm triangle, and I think Malcolm Gordon retired after that. D-Rose wouldn't have surprised me too much. Jasmine Jasdavicius gets the third round submission over Priscilla Cachoeira. We really don't got to talk about that too much. But the last one for the pick champ, dude, the one that won it for you this week, round 1 submission, Sam Patterson over Johan Lannis at 2 minutes and 3 seconds, dude. And he did it with ease, dude. That was like, I feel like an idiot for picking Johan Lannis. The Rose is and still this week pick champ. And the new thing this week, y'all, they're here. The Bean Boozled are here. So if you're watching this, I hope
Eat the beans.
the beans. I hope you enjoy this truly. What we are doing is loser opens their Bean Boozled box and they eat 2 beans out of here. So dumping it out. Here we go. Inside, I have a white bean and a red bean, right? So that means, I dropped it. My white bean is, y'all. I'm so scared.
Any of these could be any variety of flavor.
It's going to be stink butt here. Let me help. Here, I'll just put it up here. Well, let me go full screen so everyone can see. Here are our flavor options, right? And here are the color beans that I have. So I believe we are looking at either Old Bandage or pomegranate, along with dirty dishwater and birthday cake. So, not looking forward to this, D Rose. Not looking forward to this, D Rose. Let me put them down here.
Let's go, Sam Patterson. Hell yeah.
I have to at least get ready here. Let me grab a bag.
Let's go, boys.
In case I have to spit this shit out.
And I will tell you, I was very not confident going into that Sam Patterson fight because I was like, man, Matt's pretty confident. So he's got me. He's actually got me worried. I wanted to go back the other way. But.
We've got a target bag here, dude. And you know, if this is a gross one, there's a very zero chance I'm going to chew and swallow this shit. But I will give it a solid 3 chews to see what the flavor is. And if it's terrible, I'm spitting this shit out. But you know what? I lost the pick, champ. This is what we're doing now. Here we go,
Don't get bean boozled.
Do I eat the pink one or the white one first, man?
So usually in a bag of them, the pink one is typically going to be one of the top tier flavors. Like there's always a tier bracket with the flavors. It's always going to be in that upper tier. But you would almost think that's kind of like a disguise because people are going to initially go for that color first. So I would kind of do reverse psychology and go for the white. But
here we go. Eating the pink one first. Oh God, I'm terrified, dude.
You're gagging already?
Dude, that's so bad. It's so bad, dude. I want to cry. It's stuck in my teeth, dude. Oh God. Oh.
You got that dirty dishwater. I told you the red was gonna be
that
gross.
one was Old Bandage, dude. If I can imagine what an Old Bandage tastes like, that is exactly what it would fucking taste like, dude.
What is Old Bandage? What is that supposed to be?
A Band-Aid, dude.
Oh, Bandage?
A Band-Aid? Yeah, dude. Oh, God. Dude, my eyes are watering now, dude. Oh, dude, my mouth just tastes like plastic right now, dude. Dude, I cannot wait to win the pick champ, dude. All right. Oh, God, this is fucking awful. And our second one, oh, God, dude.
Dude, I'm going to be doing all the research I can within the next
It's either going to be dirty dishwater, birthday cake, rotten egg, or buttered popcorn. I'm not sure which one it is. I'm hoping it's the birthday cake, though, because if it's dirty dishwater, I literally might throw up right now, dude. Because that was fucking awful. But here we go. I think we got off safe on that one, D-Rose. I think that one was birthday cake. I think that one was birthday cake, D-Rose. We're good on that one. Hey, but it goes to show that I at least chewed it up and like didn't just bullshit it. That one wasn't bad. Being Boozled round 1. Matt went 1 for 1. I gagged, almost threw up. But hey,
yeah, the bag ready.
Had the bag ready, baby. Only had to spit up one of the two.
Thinking about it.
Dude, you better hope you don't lose that shit, dude. Dude, Old Bandage literally tasted like an old plastic fucking, I don't know, just imagine what you would imagine an old Band-Aid tastes like, and that's what it tastes like. Yeah, I believe I got the birthday cake on the second one, so I'm not too upset there.
That's a good chaser right there for behind your Old Bandage there.
Dude, I have tears on my glasses from me like gagging.
Dude, I told you the red one was probably going to end up being nasty, or the pink one. That's the reverse psychology there, man. I'm
glad I did that first. Let's get into the comments. Look at eat the bean, man. Lunch is dying laughing. Bullshit. You eat it, dude. No fucking chance I would swallow that old bandage one. White spoiled milk. Those. Yeah, I know they're edible, but have you ever tasted it? Like he went, oh Jesus. Yeah, probably once I started chewing up, he's like, okay,
y'all almost witnessed a live throw up on YouTube right there. So that could have been gold.
Yeah, dude. Did the Band-Aid have bloody iron flavor? No. Imagine, I don't know, just a old piece of rubber. That's what it tasted like. I just can't describe it besides anything else. Besides an old piece of rubber is exactly what it tasted like. But yeah. And we got 3 more full boxes. D Rose has got 4 full boxes. My box is open now, and I got 3 sealed ones. I got 1 that I've opened, and hopefully I don't lose anymore because that was terrible. And I would love D Rose to have to eat something like barf or liver and onions or dead fish or booger flavor. That would be a good one.
No,
Stinky socks.
Booger flavor.
D-Rose, I could have gotten any of them, and I ate a Band-Aid flavor. So you know what? It is what it is.
Dude, booger flavored. I'm done, bruh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, absolutely nuts. But that being said, I'm gonna hop off here, dude. We've been on here about 45 minutes or so. Yeah, it is. I'm tired, dude. I'm drunk, upset because I lost my $10 and my $10, $20 bets tonight, dude. Even though I'm not betting a lot of money, it just still feels bad when you realize that you think you might know something and you don't. Because at the end of the day, it's a fist fight, and anything can happen. And that's why we say it every single week. But anything before we get off here, D Rose, before you lose next time we do this, because I'm going to be studying with precision, dude. I still got that shit stuck in my teeth, dude.
Nah, I'm going back to, where these people shit at in the daily routine. Like, I'm gonna have this shit down to a pack to where I gotta never do that. But no, I thought actually the main event for the pod, which was the bean eating, was better than the actual co-main event itself. So maybe if they had to put that as the co-main event, you eating the beans, that could have delivered better. But no, good pod. Won't be here next week, but taking the week off, but we'll be back after that, right?
Yeah, dude. No UFC next weekend, so me and D Rose will not be here next Wednesday, but the week after, me and D Rose will be right back here on Wednesday to break down and give our picks and predictions for I believe it is UFC Fight Night, Roman Dolidze versus Nasruddin Imavov, and everything else. That's on that card as well. That is actually my girlfriend's birthday as well on the 3rd. So going to be a fight at the Apex where I'm not sure if I'll see all the fights, but yeah, I'll at least go back and watch them. With that being said, my name is Matt. D Rose is on that cyber screen. We truly appreciate y'all for stopping by, hanging out with us here tonight. Hopefully you got some enjoyment off of me almost throwing up after chewing up a old Band-Aid flavored jelly bean. Not my favorite thing, but that's what we do here now if you lose the pick champ. So I don't want to lose it anymore. Yeah, with that being said, my name is Matt. D Rose on that side. We'll catch y'all later. Peace.
Peace.